Hello YouTube, it's BirdoPrey5 and welcome to the final episode of Game of Thrones ever live review. And welcome. And let me just get everything set up here, get the comments up. We've got a 79-minute episode, maybe not quite 79 minutes because there's previews and there's the people talking afterwards, but 79 minutes from 9 p.m. Eastern to 10:19 p.m. Eastern. HBO has blocked off for this show, so we're going to be going. The show should be starting in just about 20 minutes, so we've got a little bit of a pre-show here to talk about things, get us psyched up, ramped up, and make sure everything is working okay. So make sure if you guys can hear me, tell me if you can hear me, if there's any sound issues, if there's any problems, we'll get them worked out now. If you are here and you want to, please switch over to live chat instead of top chat so you can see more of the chats. I like to know what's going on. YouTube sometimes likes to block some chats. So, Sci-Fi Guy was here at 8:29, and just a couple minutes before I started, actually a minute before I started, 2 minutes before I started, saying, "Hello, Bird, would you be going on soon?" And I said, "Very soon." Sci-Fi Guy said, "It's cool, have a great stream. Tell Mama Pray hello for me if she's home." Sci-Fi Guy, she's almost always home. She's heard. She says hello. Rex Z, hi. Hello, Rex Z. Welcome. Welcome. Thomas Potts says, hi. How was your nap? Thomas, it could have been a little longer. I'm not going to lie. It could have been a little longer. Thomas Potts, so are we going to be able to watch this time? Or don't you want to violate copyright laws? Thomas, you will not be able to watch any watchable version of the stream. I will have it on the background. It's going to be on the view screen, but the view is going to be obstructed. There's going to be static. It is not going to be suitable for watching Game of Thrones. The purpose of this video is my live reactions as I watch the episode, and I will make comments. And for those who will never watch Game of Thrones and want to know what's going on, I'll tell you what's going on as things go along. But this is not a replacement. If you've got Game of Thrones, if you have HBO, you go watch Game of Thrones and watch this later. If you don't have HBO, you're never going to watch Game of Thrones otherwise, then you want to watch me do this. That's all cool, because you'll know everything big that happens. You'll see how I react to it, and then I'll give a review at the end, like I did last week. And last week was a great success. We had over 100 people here during the stream at one point, and almost 4,000 views on the video as a whole, which would have been my biggest video if I didn't do a live review of The Big Bang Theory a couple nights ago. The Big Bang Theory series finale. That's ended up with 26,000 views in a couple of days. But truth be told, a lot of people watched the Game of Thrones review. They watched more of it than The Big Bang Theory. So I still think last week's Game of Thrones video was the bigger success. And also, just a heads up, people, when the stream starts, when the show starts, I'm going to change views. I'm going to go to a bigger view screen, and I myself are going to get smaller and move to the corner of the screen. But there is still going to be, some obstruction of the screen. But it's not going to be big me in your face the entire night. I understand some people get tired of it, and truth be told, I just assume live over here in the corner and not not centered like this. So I think it's better for you, it's better for me, it's better for them. Them being the whales from Star Trek 4. Rexy says, wow, I haven't even watched one episode of this. Then Rexy, this is probably more for you. Okay, if you haven't watched an episode of Game of Thrones and you just want to know what's going on, so when your friends and other people might be talking about it tomorrow, and for the years, because people will be talking about this show, and probably the utter failure we're about to see of a season finale for years to come, you'll want to know. You can say, I was there. I wasn't watching it per se, but I was there. I knew what happened. And it's as good as you're going to get without an HBO subscription. John Street says, Bird is not the last Game of Thrones ever. They are making a prequel. It's the last Game of Thrones ever, Josh Street. You know, both time-wise, you know, the last one. Granted, maybe in 5 years they make a sequel, a true sequel, but it is the last Game of Thrones episode. The prequel, whatever it's going to be called, is going to be called Game of Thrones, and if it is Star Trek Discovery level of prequel, it won't even be Game of Thrones. Rambling Canucks says, Evening Bird, have posted the slideshow video of my trip. You will like it. Thank you, Rambling Canuck. I will take a look. Honestly, probably not tonight, because I'm probably going to go right to sleep after this stream is over, but I will definitely try to take a look in the morning, and I will leave a comment once I do. And Thomas Potts says, yes, we hear you. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. Chris Prasa? Qapla Bird. Qapla, Chris. Sci-Fi Guy says, sound is good. Thank you, John Araki. Qapla, John. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. John Araki says, clickbait. No, John. Okay, I clearly, in this thumbnail, even in the tiny thumbnail box, you can see it says live review. Okay, it doesn't say final episode live or anything like that. Not clickbait. And the title also, Game of Thrones final episode live reaction as it airs. First reaction and review, Game of Thrones. Season 8, Episode 6. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. Clickbait, says John Araki. Alex Brooks says, hello, guys. John Araki says, too many Johns. That is always the problem. Except in sporting arenas. Thomas Potts says, I know, Bird of Prey, I was being stupid. Oh, that's not. There's no stupid questions, Thomas. Only stupid people. John Araki says video for comedy purposes, basically. But no, it's actually for commentary and review, academic criticism. This is a history in the making, okay? This is actually going to be cultural history tonight. This is the premium cable equivalent of the moon landing here. Okay, this is going to be talked about, and unfortunately, after last week, there doesn't seem to be any redeeming of this show. But you know what? I will give them a fair chance. I have been surprised before. Okay, and although it was a completely different type of show, and I know not everybody agrees with me, but when How I Met Your Mother, when the series finale of How I Met Your Mother came out, I was like, there is no way they can wrap up all of the loose ends in one episode. Not happening. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow. Not what I thought they were going to do. I'm not going to say I loved the episode, but they did it. They wrapped it up and they did it right. And I was like, wow. Fooled me. Good for you. I was surprised. I was, like I said, even though I didn't love the episode, but I did love the fact that they did do what they said they were going to do. That was great. So I'm not going to say it's impossible for them, Dan and Dave, whatever their names are, to surprise me tonight, but it is unlikely. You know, the chances are very low, very low. And just a reminder, because it's 8:50, we're about 10 minutes away. I will probably take the, go to like a holding screen for a couple minutes while I get finally ready, get the video turned on, get everything set up. And at that point, it will be very, very rare I'll read the chats until the end of the show. And then at that point, I'll read the new chats. I know for those of you who are regulars here, one of the things I try to do is literally I try to read every single chat. But obviously on a live review like this, that's just not going to happen. If you want to comment to me, put the @BirdoPrey5, my whole name @BirdoPrey5, and if I see it, I will do my best to read it out loud while the show's going on, but I can't even promise that. Also, one thing I want to bring up before we start, and you will see it if you stick around the entire time, I've got a new ending credits. I've added a link, well, a mention of BirdoPrey5.com. I was been working on it. It is a very simple website, but BirdoPrey5.com, it is the one place to go. It's got the direct link to my YouTube channel. It's got the direct link to my Discord server. It's got the direct link to donate to me, either via PayPal or not via PayPal. If you click on the Bird of Prey that is on BirdoPrey5.com, you can bring up a link. PayPal or not PayPal, you can just do a donation. You have a link to my web forum, JUOT.net, Joe's Ultimate Off Topic, and some other things. Anything I'm doing, it's going to be there. I still have to put on a link to nation states, to Karoga, the mighty fine nation of Karoga, and I have to put on a link to my saved games, my Steam workshop for City Skylines. Those links will be coming soon, but BirdoPrey5.com, and I'll probably put a link to AntiTracker.com too, just, since I'm there so much also. That's the site to go to, BirdoPrey5.com. Anything you need that I bring up, it's going to be there. So just for everyone the regulars, it's the first time I'm doing it at BirdoPrey5.com, and for anybody who's new, check it out. I've check out my forum, check out whatever if you're interested. If not, no biggie. I get it. You're here to watch Game of Thrones. So am I. I'm going to go. Chris Perzer says it's hard to believe it's already a petition to remove Dan and Dave from directing the Star Wars movie. Well, I think we're up to just about, if not 1 million, on people claiming that they should. It was one of the very few Change.org petitions I signed to reshoot all of season 8. Because now I know, everybody knows we're not signing because we think it's actually going to happen. We're just signing to show our outrage at what we've seen so far. Dibs, cousin Dibs, welcome. Hey Joe, how you doing? I'm doing good, Dibs. I'm doing pretty good. I don't know if you're Game of Thrones fans, Dibs, but if you are, I hope you enjoy it. I don't know if you will. John Araki says, where are the barcode boys? Well, I think they're probably playing games. Chris Perzer says, listening to Burr do commentary over Game of Thrones is the only thing that makes it bearable. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Sci-Fi Guy. Oh, wow. We got a lot of comments. Sci-Fi Guy says, yes, at one point you had 122 watching. Very cool. Daniels Hot Topics says, hi, Bird of Prey. Welcome, Daniels. Canned Koosh says, are you going to show the episode? Canned Koosh, I am going to show me watching the episode. There will be some of it visible on a large view screen that will be behind me. It will be staticky and the view will be obstructed, okay? This is not, and there's not going to be any audio, okay? This is not, the purpose of this is not to pirate Game of Thrones. YouTube would cut off the channel immediately and I'd lose everything. This is for commentary and review purposes only. I will be talking through the show, telling you what's going on. So if you do not have access to watch it, it'll be the next best thing. But the real purpose of this is for my commentary, my live reactions to the show. The fact that you might be able to see a little bit of what's happening behind me is just going to be, secondary. It's just to help you follow along if you're already watching it on your own, so you know where I am in the show. But this is not a pirate stream, okay? That's just, YouTube would say no to that. That's not happening. John Araki says, wish Bird had a R.R. Martin hat to wear for this occasion. I didn't even know there was such a thing. Somebody mentioned it last stream. I didn't even think to look it up. Richie Pools says, hi, Bird. Welcome, Richie. Thomas Potts says, I think most of us here are just to watch you. Well, thank you. Mr. Miles says, I don't have an HBO subscription and I watch it legally. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. John Araki says, give him hell, Bird. Take no prisoners. Down with Turtistan. Yes. And Commodore DJ says, yay, it's finally almost over. Mr. Miles says, Hulu also holds it, Game of Thrones. Really? Game of Thrones is on Hulu? The most recent episodes? Maybe they're a season behind? Richie Poole says, I am here, Bird, not Game of Thrones. I'm here for Bird, not Game of Thrones. Well, thank you. Thank you. The regular people, you guys are probably here for me. The newbies, the one-timers, the people who'll be coming. Oh, we're already up to 30 people. Very cool. Yeah, we're just a couple minutes away from starting. You guys, obviously, not everybody's going to be here for me. Okay, let's see. Chris says, Bird of Prey, sorry, it's pronounced Persia. Thank you, Chris. I'm very happy you told me. Chris Persia. So happy. So how many subs are you at now? Oh, 778, I think, last I saw. Yeah, we're 780. We're an even 780. So we might hit 800 tonight. I don't want to get, cocky, but if we don't hit 780 tonight, 800 tonight, it'll probably be tomorrow. This episode was very rushed. All these episodes were rushed. John Araki says, hi, Mama Prey and Sassy. Josh Street says, when is the next Karoga launch stream? Josh, tomorrow I'll be doing a bed live stream, and probably towards the end of that stream, we will try to launch again. What'd you say? The time. Yeah, I know. I see the time. Yes, birdoprey5.com. Thank you, John Araki. Not Ryan Johnson says, who releases new episodes of Game of Thrones on time? Oh, well then, that is really cool. And of course, there's don't want to get cocky. Okay, guys, 780, amazing. Thank you, Dibs. I'm going to put on a holding screen, be right back screen, and please, if anybody new comes in, tell them that I'll be starting shortly. I will keep the audio running, but let's see. Yeah, I just need to do some things over here to get the episode set up. Let's see. Let's go on over to here and let's see. Don't. Okay. There we go. There we go. Let's see if it loads. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm coming back. And this is going to be our setup for tonight. Say hi to Garfield. And we have started. It's an hour and 24 minutes. We're seeing the preview now. Okay, this is for another HBO show. Let's see. I'll just let it run through rather than pause it and stuff. I'll read up some more comments. Yes, I've got it. It's on HBO now. Thank you, Josh Street. I've started. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you, John Araki. Daniel's Hot Topics says, DJ, I'm having a seizure. Chris Perzer says, 1 minute to woe time. Mr. Miles says, conscribe and submit. Kennewick says, everyone grab their punching bags. Commander DJ says, if I had a crawfish, I would name it Michael J. Crawfish. Excellent, excellent. Commodore DJ says, hi, Mom, Sassy, and Garfield. Michael J. Crawdaddy. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, it's about 2 minutes before it starts. Well, then we've got time to get used to everything. Thomas Spot says, Bird of Prey, I want you to say every word and act out the scene. I don't know about that, Thomas. I don't know about that, Thomas. William Devine, welcome back, William Devine. Bring on the disappoint. Oh, I hope not, William. I still hope against hope that it is good. Is it supposed to be blurry bird like a fuzzy background, says Dibs? Yes, Dibs. It's static. It is subspace interference because, you know, copyright. And I can't just, broadcast. The only purposes for this is for commentary purposes. It is not intended to be watched. Okay, we're here. It started. This is previously on. Tyrion is talking about if the city surrenders, if they ring the bells and raise the gates. They're reminding us what happened. Okay, so this is where I gotta check out of comments, guys. If there's something big, Thomas, to text me. And, otherwise, I will just be, I'll be telling you what's going on from here. So we see this again. It's still in the last time. We're at Cersei and Jaime, hugging each other in the crypt. Well, not the crypt, the basement of the Red Keep. And there it is. There's the start. And this is it. This is the opening logo, the opening sequence for the last time. The map still has snow on it. The wall is still down. We're coming down. There's Winterfell. Oh, it's just not the same. It's not the same Winterfell. Now we're headed on down. Now where are we headed to? That's Winterfell. Excuse me. I think we were at Castle Black before. This is Winterfell. I'll be honest. I liked last season's better. All these inside shots of the castles, they don't really do anything for me. I did like that the map was covered in snow. Except for the fact that we never saw snow in King's Landing this season. We saw ash. It looked like we saw some of the crypts below Winterfell, which I don't remember seeing earlier this season, but you know, it seems like every week I see something new in the credits. This is the dragon part. We've seen that. The dragon head inside. The gears turning. The Iron Throne popping up. Game of Thrones. The dragon, the lion, the wolf, and the deer. Or stag. You might notice the flag of Kuroga in the background. Pay no attention. Okay. We've got Tyrion walking through the rubble. That was King's Landing. Ash or snow is falling. It looks like ash. Tyrion's looking up, looking around. He's not looking happy. He's covered in ash. Haven't said anything yet. Sounds like a helicopter in the background. I'm not kidding. I guess it's just like fire in the background. Tyrion's looking at the bodies. He's seeing women and children dead, burned. You would think the dragons would have just ate them. They were hungry. They were hungry dragons. Who's this? A random person who survived, just walking dazed and confused through the streets, all bloodied. Wow. Jon Snow is behind Tyrion, and that other guy's with Jon. I guess I should have reminded myself of the names. A guy I never liked, but Jon said he needed his help last week to smuggle something. Oh, now we're seeing corpses, bones inside, just skeletons inside, inside a, I don't know, a building. How they burnt to their bones when people outside are still have skin on them. But that's nitpicking. No, we're hearing loud noises in the background. Bambolingia, subscribe, thank you. Okay. Somebody said, Jon says it's not safe. Let me send some men with you. Tyrion is going somewhere. He's like, I'm going alone. I'm guessing he's going into the Red Keep. I'm not sure. But Jon Snow was not happy about him going in alone. And, of course, they're around the corner. Tyrion is walking slowly, as he does usually, looking up, looking ahead. We don't see what he's looking at. Well, there's the bell. There's the bell on the ground, smashed to pieces. This has to be the main entrance of what was it is. It is the remains of the Red Keep. There is nothing left. There is just a doorway. Where is he going? Now we've got the Unsullied. Oh no. Yes, the Unsullied are executing the prisoners that I guess they took prisoners. And Grey Worm was sentencing them to die. Jon Snow is interfering. Jon Snow saying it's not the right thing to do. Grey Worm is saying the war's not over until the Queen's enemies are dead. They're still breathing, and Grey Worm is saying kill all who fight for Cersei. Now Jon Snow physically restrained Grey Worm, and all the Unsullied took out their their spears and pointed it at Jon. So now Grey Worm and Jon are having a staring contest. And other guys telling Jon he should speak to the Queen. But Jon's trying to save these guys. They chose to fight for Cersei. It looks like the Golden Company. Golden Company people are being killed. Jon took his hand off. Grey Worm, it looked like he backed down. And I'm guessing Grey Worm is going to do the extra. Yep. Grey Worm is killing them one by one. They're standing there on their knees, and Grey Worm is slitting their necks with their knife. Jon Snow has walked away. He can't take on all of the Unsullied alone. And Grey Worm is just going to execute them one by one, because Grey Worm is a bastard, I guess. Not an actual bastard like Jon Snow thought he was, but like an evil bastard. Tyrion is walking around the Red Keep. There's just all the rocks that fell down. Now there's empty floor. Is this... Wait, is this the Iron Throne is he walking to? Am I in the wrong building? I can't tell. It's kind of dark. He's picking up some... Looks like a torch that was on the wall or something. It's out. He's lit the torch. I don't know how. I guess he had his handy dandy lighter on him. I mean, how do you light a torch and he's going down steps that are surprisingly intact. There's no debris on them. This area must never have been hit. He's now looking down a hallway that's perfectly intact. There doesn't look to be even a rock or a pebble on the floor. Okay, but now in front of him, of course, it's caved in. It is caved in. There's no getting past. He sees a little bit of light. Okay, at the top of this, there's rocks that are 8 feet tall to the ceiling, maybe 6 feet, 7 feet tall. He saw a little bit of daylight, and now it's nighttime outside. I'm guessing Tyrion was going to hand... No, could have been moonlight he saw? Maybe it was moonlight he saw. It looked like daylight. Did he dig? He must have dug his way through, which they did off camera. And now he's walking. I guess he's going to find the bodies. He just knew. He knew where the bodies of Cersei and Jaime were going to be. And he's now walking over the rocks. I mean, there are tons of rocks. It would take an excavation company, days to get to them. But he sees a hand. I honestly, I can't tell if it's Cersei's or Jaime's. I'm guessing it's Jaime's because of how emotional it is. Oh, it's actually... Was it Jaime's fake hand? So Tyrion is moving rocks one by one. Heavy, heavy stones. He's crying. Oh, poor Tyrion. His one family member, friend in the world. I mean, he had another friend, but he killed him last week when he turned him into Daenerys. Just some sad music, and Tyrion has the sniffles. It says sniffles in the closed captioning. Aw, poor Tyrion. Oh, it's Cersei and Jaime. Okay, he's moved the rocks. We got the body of Cersei and the body of Jaime. And now Tyrion is smashing the rocks with his hand. He's like, damn you all to hell. He's not saying that. It's just what he's thinking. I've got mind vision. So, I guess that's the death of his family. Don't worry, Tyrion. I've got a feeling you're going to be joining them in Sto-Vakor or wherever the dead go in this show. And Arya is back. Arya Stark. Where's your horse, Arya? Oh, I hear it galloping. Oh no, those are other horses. The Dothraki horses. Arya is looking at the Dothraki now. Jon Snow is pushing his way. Thank you, Blop. Blop/ has subscribed. Jon Snow is pushing his way through the Dothraki. And now there's, looks like more Unsullied. Where did all these people come from that they lived? They lived through the battle with the Night King. And Jon Snow is making his way up the steps. I guess he's going to go talk to Daenerys. But it's too late, you know. Oh, there's Arya. Arya surprisingly close. Jon Snow is walking through hundreds, if not more, of Unsullied. I mean, there are so many Unsullied. They line the entire way. They're like 2 deep at the top. And now Grey Worm. How did Grey Worm get here before Jon? Okay, there's got to be 500 Unsullied in the background, and Grey Worm is now here. So Jon, and there's the dragon. The dragon is coming in. Is Daenerys on the dragon? I don't see her. There's just the dragon flying over. Jon is walking up the stairs. Is Grey Worm going to let him pass? He's looking menacing at Grey Worm. Oh, Grey Worm is not there. And Daenerys is walking towards him. And the dragon wings opened up right behind Daenerys as if she had wings herself for a second. Now Daenerys is overlooking the entire city. It is in flames and smoke and ruins, and her army of Unsullied are there right in front of her. She's not smiling. No, it's slowly turning to a smile. The Dothraki are celebrating. The Dothraki are cheering in the background. She's talking in Dothraki. Daenerys, blood of my blood. Now the Dothraki shut up. You kept all your promises to me. You killed my enemies in their iron suits. She's saying this in Dothraki. They're cheering. You tore down their stone houses, like the big bad wolf couldn't do. You gave me the 7 kingdoms. And there's the dragon in the background roaring. Dothraki are raising their, whatever they have, scepters. I don't know what you call those round things. Torgo, you and Grey Worm. You have walked beside me since the Plaza of Pride. You are the bravest of men, the most loyal of soldiers. I name you commander of all my forces, the Queen's master of war. And the Unsullied are putting their spears down and spears thumping. He is the master of war, commander, not as good as captain. Unsullied. And Tyrion, Tyrion's coming up behind her. All of you were torn from your mother's arms and raised as slaves. Now, you are liberators. You have freed the people of King's Landing from the grip of a tyrant. What is this? But the war is not over. We will not lay down our spears until we have liberated all the people of the world. From Winterfell to Dorne, from Lannisport to Karth, From the Summer Isles to the Jade Sea, women, men, and children have suffered too long beneath the wheel of dragons. We will break the wheel with me. Will you break the wheel with me? And they are beating the Unsullied are beating their spears. Ironically, Arya is in the crowd looking at Daenerys like, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Please, Arya, kill this one. Kill this one. You gotta get this kill. She's gone full psycho. Like, she didn't go full psycho last time, but this time she's truly full psycho, and everybody sees it. I don't know who's going to kill her first, Tyrion, Arya, or Jon. Tyrion, just go stab her right now. Stab her right now, and you'll be the greatest character in the history of the show. And she's going to turn around. She's not going to like Tyrion's walking up behind her. Oh, maybe she didn't. Now she's looking at Tyrion. Dragon roars. She knew. She knows he freed his brother. He committed treason. And he said, I freed my brother. And you slaughtered a city. And she's smiling now. Oh, he's resigning his hand to the king. He's taking that thing off. You gonna flick it on the floor? Yep. He throws it down the steps. Throws it down the steps. It lands at the feet of one of the Unsullied. They're still playing with their spears. So I guess that's all they have to play with. Is this it? Is this the end of Tyrion Lannister? In Valerian, take him. This is it. He's being taken. Tyrion's looking up at Jon Snow like, Jon, you gotta save me. I didn't save Varys, but you've gotta save me. Or it's gonna be you next, Jon. And Dany is looking at Jon. You got the sword on you, Jon. You can make it before anyone else. No, Dany's walking in. She didn't say a word to Jon. Now Jon is following. Cautiously following? He stopped. And Arya is right next to Jon. She just walked up. He didn't know she was there. What are you doing here? He says. Hey, what happened? She came to kill Cersei, she said. Your queen got her first. Jon says she's everyone's queen now. Arya says try telling Sansa. Jon says wait for him outside the city gates, and Arya says, Jon, she knows who you are. Who you really are. You'll always be a threat to her. Come on, Jon, you know you gotta kill her. And Arya says she knows a killer when she sees one. One of you gotta do it. Jon can't be that stupid that he still thinks Daenerys can rule. I refuse to believe he can have that level of incompetence. Okay, now Jon put his sword down. He's walking through a castle. Door closes. Oh, it's Tyrion. He's seeing Tyrion. Did you bring any wine? Tyrion wants to know. No, of course Jon didn't bring him wine. Tyrion thanks him for coming to see him. And thank you, Dark Poison. And Tyrion says, our queen doesn't keep prisoners for long. I suppose it's cruel justice. I betrayed my closest friend and watched him burn. And now Varys' ashes can tell his ashes, see, I told you. It just occurred to him. Tyrion says, it just occurred to me I'm talking to the only man alive who knows where I'm going. So is there life after death? And Jon says, not that I remember. And Tyrion says, I should be lucky. Oblivion is best. He shot his father with the crossbow. He's betrayed his queen. Jon saying, you didn't betray the queen. And Tyrion is saying, I did. I chose it. And Jon Snow says he can't justify what happened. And he's not going to try. Well, you should do something. But the war is over now. Tyrion says, is it? It doesn't sound like it's over, Jon. She literally just said the war is not over. She literally said the war is not over, Jon. You are incapable of this level of incompetence. Don't try to explain. Tyrion says she liberated the people of Slaver's Bay. She liberated King's Landing. She's going to liberate the entire world until everyone is free, and she rules them all. And Jon said to Tyrion, you've been by her side counseling her until today. And Tyrion says, until today, I was wrong. It was vanity. I think I could guide her. Our queen's nature is fire and blood. You think our house... Jon Snow, do you think our house is dumped on our bodies when we're born? That's who we are. And he's saying she's not her father any more than Tyrion is Tywin Lannister. And Tyrion is saying his father's an evil man. Tyrion's an evil man. Tyrion was an evil man. Cersei is an evil daughter. Pile up all the bodies they've ever been, and they don't hold a candle to all the bodies to all the bodies Daenerys piled up in a single day. Tyrion said, you've been on the dragon's back. You've had that power. Would you have burned the city down? And Jon is saying, I don't know. Tyrion's like, no, you know. You know what you would have done. You won't say it because you don't want to betray her. But you know. That's exactly what he said. Tyrion said, but you know you wouldn't have burnt the city down. Because you're not crazy. What's it matter what I do, says Jon Snow. And Tyrion says, it matters more than anything because you need to take the throne. He didn't say that. When she murdered the slavers of Assapar, I'm sure nobody but the slavers complained. After all, they were evil men. When she crucified hundreds of the mercenaries nobles, who could argue? They were evil men. This is going to be the Dothraki calls she burned alive. They would have done worse to her. Everywhere she goes, evil men die. And we cheered her for it. And she grows more powerful and more sure that she is good and right. Don't like where this is going. She believes her destiny is to build a better world for everyone. If you believe that, if you truly believed, wouldn't you kill everyone who stood between you and paradise? I guess yes, if you truly believe that. Although once you start burning down an innocent city, it's hard to truly believe that. But I guess if you're crazy, it's not as hard. Now, Jon is like sitting down sighing, like any of this is news to him. Like he didn't already know everything Tyrion just told him. And Tyrion's like, I know you love her. So get... Oh, and Tyrion, I love her too. Aw. Everybody loves her. Not as successfully as you, Tyrion says. Not as successful. At least he still has his humor. But I believed in her with all my heart. Oh, Tyrion, your little heart. Your little heart. Thank you, Umnia Buzadi. I apologize. My font is small. We all know that. Look at my brother. Love is the death of duty. Was a quote. I guess from Jamie. Oh no, Jon said that. And Tyrion said, you just came up with that? Jon said, no, Maester Aemon said it a long time ago. Sometimes duty is the death of love, says Tyrion. More sniffles. You are the shield that guards the realms of men, and you always do the right thing, no matter the cost. You've tried to protect people. This is Tyrion talking to Jon, of course. Who's the greatest threat to the people now? Tyrion is asking. Well, you need multiple choice, Jon. Tyrion is saying it's a terrible thing I'm asking, but it's also the right thing. Do you think I'm the last man she'll execute? Who is more dangerous than the rightful heir to the Iron Throne? Jon is standing now. You're gonna give up. That's her decision. She's the queen. Wow, Jon. Well, it's the right answer if you think people are listening, which they probably are. And Jon says, I'm sorry, I can't do this. He puts his hand on his shoulder. Well, if people were listening, you probably shouldn't have said you were sorry. Now he knocks on the door to get out. And now Tyrion's bringing out the big guns. And your sisters, he's saying. Do you see them bending the knee? And she's saying, my sisters will be loyal to the throne. And Tyrion's saying, why do you think Sansa told me? And Tyrion saying Sansa doesn't want Dany to be queen. Jon saying she doesn't get to choose. And Tyrion says, no, but you do. Basically, that his sisters are going to die if Daenerys stays on the throne. And that's when he was conveniently let out. Now he's walking. He's got his sword back. He's walking past the Unsullied. The Unsullied guard everything now. Now he's walking through the snow. I guess the snow came. Are we still in King's Landing? Yeah, we're still in King's Landing. So I guess the snow waited for the battle to be over. That was very convenient of the snow. The dragon, oh my god, the dragon was asleep. It was buried in snow. Jon comes walking by and the dragon rises out of the snow and is now looking at Jon. The face is a foot away from Jon's face. Oh. Don't fall in love with Jon, dragon. He let his dog go without even saying goodbye. Okay, the dragon let Jon pass. And Jon is walking in through a dark door. The scary door. It's pitch black. We have no idea what's going on. We see Daenerys' face coming out of the dark. She looks saddish. She's looking down she's looking out at rubble. Oh, she's looking at the Iron Throne. There's the Iron Throne covered with snow. There's the scene that we saw earlier. She's seeing the Iron Throne. The Iron Throne survived. The roof is gone, but it is now covered in snow because the snow, so it wasn't ash. For all the people who thought it was ash, it wasn't ash. The snow waited to fall until the battle was over, just so we could have the scene of the Iron Throne covered in snow, per the vision from many seasons ago. It is a total disaster. How the throne survived, it would be like the captain's chair surviving if the entire bridge of the Enterprise was ripped apart and all that was left was the captain's chair. Thank you, whoever subscribed. Notification went too quick to see, but thank you so much. She's touching it. She's going to touch the Iron Throne. It's real. It's real. She can feel it. Oh, the music got sinister. Well, not that sinister. Sit in the chair. She's smiling. What are you smiling at? You're in ruins. Nobody cares. No, now she's turning her back. Are you going to sit? She's looking forward like there's anything to look at. There's just more rubble. Jon Snow is now watching her from the distance. BKO Lewis, that was you. Thank you, BKO Lewis. Jon is approaching cautiously. When I was a girl, my brother told me it was made from 1,000 swords with Aegon's fallen enemies. And she said, what does 1,000 swords look like to a girl who can't count to 20? And Jon is saying, I saw them executing Lannister prisoners in the street, and they said that they were acting under your orders. She said it was necessary. Jon is saying, have you been in the streets? Little children burned. Daenerys said, I tried to make peace with Sassy. I tried to make peace with Cersei. She used their innocence as a shield or something. He's saying, and Tyrion? And she's saying, he conspired behind my back with my enemies. How you treated people who've done the same to you, even when they broke your heart. Jon Snow is begging she forgive him. And Daenerys is saying, I can't. Jon is saying, you can forgive all of them. Make them see they made a mistake. Make them understand. And Daenerys is looking at him perplexed, like, what? Please, Dany, please. We can't hide behind small mercies. The world we need won't be built by men loyal to the world we had. The world we need is mercy, says Jon. It has to be. And it will be, says Daenerys. It's not easy to see something that's never been before. A good world. How do you know, says Jon? How do you know? How do you know it'll be good? Because I'm going to be one ruling it. That's what. No, she said, because I know it's good. And so do you. You do, she said. You've always known. Daenerys is telling him. What about everyone else? Jon is asking. All the other people who think they know what's good. Oh, Daenerys says they don't get to choose. Aw, now kiss him. She's going in for the kiss. Be with me. build the new world with me. This is our reason. It has been from the beginning, since you were a little boy with a bastard's name. I was a little girl who couldn't count to 20. Math is hard. We'll do it together. We'll break the wheel together. Oh, I think she's faking you out, Jon. Jon says, "You are my queen, now and always." Aw, Jon, you like to submit, don't you? It's okay, Jon. It's okay. There are guys like that. Now she gets that passionate kiss. Oh, I think Dany sucked in a little more than Jon was willing to give. Dany doesn't like it. Oh no! Dany's dying. Did Jon have something in his mouth? Did Jon poison her? Oh no! Jon stabbed her! Somebody stabbed her. She's got a sword through her chest. She's got a sword through it. Did Jon... I didn't even see that. Dany is dead. Daenerys is dead. Jon Snow is crying. Daenerys is dead in his arms. Jon Snow is crying. The dragon is outside roaring. Jon is crying over her body. I didn't even see. When the hell did he slip this into her? The dragon is flying around. None of the Unsullied are around. Nobody's coming in. And Jon is literally still crying over the body. The dragon is now coming over to see what the hell's going on. The dragon is coming up. The face is taking up half of the screen right now. And the dragon sees Dany's dead. Aww. She's laid down in the snow. Daenerys is dead. 9:40 p.m. Dead by Jon Snow's hand. Dead by Jon Snow's hand. Wow, Jon, I gotta say, you were a good actor. Even I didn't believe you were gonna do it. And now the dragon is staring down Jon Snow like, you killed my mom. You killed my mom. The dragon is sniffing Daenerys, making sure she's actually dead. The dragon is pushing over her body. Aw, he's trying to wake her up. Aw, the dragon's gonna be pissed. Or is it... Oh, the dragon is angrily roaring. But the dragon howls. The dragon is howling like a Klingon warrior, howling to let the dead know that a soul is headed to Sto-vo-kor. And now the dragon's not going to burn Jon Snow. Jon Snow can't be burnt. And the dragon now is throwing fire at the Iron Throne itself, at the walls. The dragon is trying to melt the... I don't know what he's trying to do. The dragon just blew a bunch of fire. Jon Snow, yeah, the dragon is trying to melt the Iron Throne. And it's succeeding. The Iron Throne is melting. Why is the dragon pissed at the Iron Throne? Dragon fire can melt steel, people. Dragon fire can melt steel. It is conclusively proven. They shoulda put a little asbestos on it. Now the dragon is looking at Jon, but it knows it can't burn Jon. Oh, it's coming in. I thought it was coming in for a head. Jon is looking at the sky. The Iron Throne is gone. There's just open sky behind it. A very cloudy day. Snowy and cloudy in King's Landing. The Iron Throne is gone. Daenerys is gone. It's Jon and the dragon. Nobody's come in to check that all that burning out. The dragon. Wait, is it the dragon? Yeah, the dragon has picked up Daenerys in its mouth, I guess, and its wings are flapping. The dragon is taken off with Daenerys. Oh, it's in its talon. Its hand, its foot. It's flying away with Daenerys. She's going to the big dragon's nest in the sky. Mr. Snow, have you figured out how you're going to get past all the Unsullied? The dragon's just flying away into the storm. Series over? No, there's still 40 more minutes. Tyrion's sleeping. I guess somebody's going to give him the good news, or somebody's just going to kill him before Jon gets to free him. We see Tyrion laying on his side. His eyes look washed over. I'd half think Bran was in him, but I know that's not happening. Footsteps approaching. Tyrion's getting a bit worried. Tyrion's sitting up. He's thinking this is it. And it's Unsullied. And Grey Worm. They're taking him in chains, as if they're taking him to be executed. Maybe they don't know Dany's dead yet. I don't know. Now they're taking him to... The storm is over. It's blue skies and partly sunny. The snow is gone. The snow is gone. Has it been 6 months? Did the snow melt? There's not a snowflake to be seen. It's now... And the trees have green leaves. Is it summer? It is. I don't know. What? Who is he? Are they in Winterfell? Oh, his beard grew in thick. I guess it has been. Sansa? Is that Sansa? No. That's... I honestly can't tell who is sitting here judging him. Oh, it's Sansa. Oh, Grey Worm. Sansa asks, where's Jon? Grey Worm says he's our prisoner. Oh, wow. Sansa's saying if you... How can there be thousands of Unsullied? Sansa, Euron's sister, not Euron's sister, Theon's sister, Arya. It's like all the nobles are here. Brienne of Tarth, they're all there sitting. They're all there sitting. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Grey Worm claims there's thousands of Unsullied. Sansa says there's thousands of Northerners who are going to fight for Jon. They're telling him, Grey Worm, to start his own house with the Unsullied as his bannermen. There's been enough war. And he's saying, we don't need payment, we need justice. Jon Snow cannot go free, says Grey Worm. Tyrion, though. Tyrion says it's not for him to decide. And they said, Tyrion's not here to speak. Everyone's heard enough from him. And no one's any better for it, Tyrion says. But it's still not for you to decide. Jon committed his crime here. His fate is for our king to decide. Or our queen. And they're saying, we don't have a king or queen. And he's saying, you're the most powerful people in Westeros. Choose one. And Grey Worm's looking at him like he's making any logical sense. Make your choice then. Grey Worm tells them make their choice. Well, their choice is Jon Snow. Or it's not. Or it's going to be Sansa? Really? Some guy who I've never seen is looking down at the ground. He's going to stand up. He's going to throw his hat in the ring. Oh, is that? Is that what's his face? No, it's not. This is the most important day of our lives. I stand before you as one of the senior lords in the country, a veteran of 2 wars, and I'd like to think my experience has led to some skill in statecraft. And I understand, and Sansa is saying, Uncle, please sit. And he scoffs. Yeah, please sit, Uncle. You're not in contention, Uncle. Oh, Samwell Tarly is there. Samwell. Sansa's smiling, smirking. And the uncle hits his sword as he tries to sit down, fumbling to sit down. Samwell is there. Well, we have to choose someone. And Samwell saying, why just us? Why just us? He's gonna propose democracy. Samwell says, we represent all the great houses, but whoever we choose is not going to just rule over us. Maybe the choice should be left to everyone. Now Samwell proposed the Electoral College. Nope, he's proposing direct democracy. And they all start laughing. They are all laughing at Samwell. Maybe we should let the dogs vote as well. I'll ask my horse, one of them says. Samwell gets laughed down. Even Sansa's laughing. They're asking Tyrion if he wants the crown, the imp. Half the people hate me for serving Daenerys, the other half hate me for betraying her. Really? Nobody has brought up Jon Snow yet? Who then? They're asking Tyrion who should be king. You know... Oh, it's only been a few weeks. He said, I've had nothing to do but think this past few weeks about our bloody history, about the mistakes we made. What about you just not being here to talk? Looking at Grey Worm, at the mistakes they've made. What unites people? Armies? No. Gold? Yeah, that could unite people. Flags? The mighty flag of Karoga. Nope. He's saying no. None of these things unite people. Stories unite people, like story of Game of Thrones. There's nothing more powerful in the world than a good story. Buy my book. Nothing can stop it. No enemy can defeat it. And who has a better story than Bran the Broken? The boy who fell from the high tower and lived. He knew he'd never walk again, so he learned to fly. He crossed beyond the wall, a crippled boy, became the three-eyed raven. No mention of Hodor. He's our memory, the keeper of all of our stories, the wars, the weddings, the births, the massacres of families, our triumphs, our defeats, our past. Who better to lead us into the future? And Sansa is saying, Bran has no interest in ruling, and he can't have children. And Tyrion says, good, sons of kings can be stupid, you know that. His will never torment us. That is the wheel our queen wanted to break, as he looks at Grey Worm. They're really going to make Bran king. Tyrion says, from now on, rulers will not be born. They will be chosen on this spot by the lords and ladies of Westeros to serve the realm. Tyrion, a prisoner, has decided this. Bran is saying nothing. I know you don't want it. I know you don't care about power. Jon Snow doesn't want it. And Jon Snow didn't care about power. But I ask you now, if we choose you, will you wear the crown? Will you lead the seven kingdoms to the best of your abilities and defend her from all enemies, foreign and domestic? No, I'm sorry, it's a different oath. And Bran says, why do you think I came all this way? And smiles. The first smile we've seen from Bran in five seasons. To Brandon of House Stark, I say aye. What do you have to say aye to, Tyrion? You don't lead a house. You shouldn't. Samwell says aye. The uncle says aye. Uncle, I can't handle my sword. Random people are saying aye. Literally, the name is Man 1. Man 2, aye. Man 3, aye. Yara, aye. Man 4, aye. I'm not sure I get a vote, but aye. Renee of Tarth says aye. Sansa. Aw, Sansa. All you did was want to be queen. Kill Bran. You can be queen. I love you, little brother. I always will. You will be a good king. But 10 of thousands of Northmen fell in the Great War, and those who survived have fought too hard and seen too much ever to kneel again. The North will remain an independent kingdom, as it was for thousands of years, says Sansa. And everybody is looking at her kind of sad. Bran is looking at her and nods. So the North gains its independence. Everyone else will be... All hail Bran the Broken, first of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the 6 Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. All hail Bran the Broken! What am I watching? Bran says, Lord Tyrion, you will be my hand. And Tyrion says, no, your grace, I don't want it. And Bran says, and I don't want to be king. And Tyrion's saying, I don't deserve it. I thought I was wise, but I wasn't. I thought I knew what was right, but I didn't. Choose Sir Davos. Choose anyone else. And Bran is saying, I choose you. Grey Worm is saying, you cannot. This man's a criminal. He deserves justice. And Bran says he just got it. He made many terrible mistakes, and he's going to spend the rest of his life fixing them. Grey Worm says it is not enough. What do you want to do, cut off his hand? Jon Snow is now... Tyrion is saying giving you to the Unsullied would start a war, letting you walk free would start a war. So our new king has chosen to send you to the Night's Watch. Bran is sending Jon Snow to the Night's Watch? He said there's still a Night's Watch. And Tyrion is saying the world will always need a home for bastards and broken men. And now he's doing the I'll take no wife, sire no children, blah blah blah. The Unsullied want your head, of course, but Grey Worm has accepted this sentence as justice. Sansa and Arya wanted you freed, but they understood our new king needs to make peace. No one is very happy. Which means it's a good compromise, I suppose. What in the flying fuck? This is not a compromise. Seriously? Sansa, Bran, Arya? You're sending Jon Snow to the wall? Your father would slit your own throats. You ungrateful bastards. Every single one of you. He said, maybe you'll see me again in 10 years. Tyrion's still talking. I don't know why. Jon Snow's like literally a freaking prisoner. He should be a hero. There should be parading through the streets. How did Jon Snow lose the king? Jon saying, I don't expect we'll ever see each other again. And Tyrion's like, I wouldn't be so sure. A few years as Hand of the King will make anyone want to piss off the edge of the world. First, there are not thousands of Unsullied. Thousands of Unsullied did not survive the war with the Night King. There's maybe a few hundred. Okay? The North can just slaughter them all. They can get Jon back, and Jon can be king of the Seven Kingdoms, as he's supposed to be. All's good. Fucking sending Jon back to the wall? I hate every Stark now. Ned, you screwed up, Ned. Every one of your children, assholes. Every one. I'm glad you don't have to live to see this. And the frickin' a-holes from the Iron Islands, they were useless as F. Jon is walking through the streets. Where are the people who would be rallying for Jon? Jon is still the rightful king. Just because some random lords... Oh, it looks like Grey Worm's still going to kill Jon. Grey Worm is pissed. The men have boarded in Valerian. Good, says Grey Worm. I guess they're... We leave the Isle... We sail for the Isle of Nah. Nath? Nah. Good, get the hell out of the north. Then Jon can come home. $1,211, what? What? Holy shit, 1,207 watching. Now. Well, thank you guys. I wish there had been another way. Can you forgive me? Sansa is asking. No, Sansa, I can't forgive you. You're an asshole. And a C word that I can't say because my mom is here. Jon says the North is free thanks to you. But they lost their king. Yeah, thanks to you. Ned Stark's daughter will speak for them. Thank you, Dibs. Thank you so much. She's the best they could ask for. No, she's not. She's not the best they could ask for. You were the best they could ask for. You were the king. Why did they even let you become a prisoner? You were the king. You killed the Mad Queen. You should be being paraded. You can come see me at Castle Black. Now, Arya's saying she can't. And Arya's saying you think anyone would dare tell you. But she's going to say she's going to marry Gentry. I'm not going back north. Good for you, Arya. Where are you going? You're going to be the Lady of Westeros. Oh, what's west of Westeros, she's asking. I don't know, says Jon. No one knows. That's where all the maps stop. Arya's going to be an explorer. That's where I'm going. You know what? Good for you, Arya. I hate you the least of the Starks right now. But I still don't like you. You could have killed Sansa if you had to. And Jon wants to make sure she has Needle, which she does. Right here. Arya's crying. Is Anti-Tracker here? Now Jon is at Bran's. He's kneeling in front of Bran. Your Grace. Bran is looking through him still. You can look him in the eye. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. And Bran says, you were exactly where you're supposed to be. Please tell me this is a dream. Tell me this is a fake ending, and next week they're going to air the real ending. This was the ending that they filmed to throw everybody off. Maybe the real ending will only be on the Blu-ray release. I don't know. Where are we now? Is this Renee of Tarth? It's cousin, it's Dibs. Hey, Dibs.
Oh, he's on. Oh.
You're on.
Oh.
You're live, Dibs.
Hey, Joe. I just wanted to let you know, man, that there's a very high-pitched ringing coming from your stream. It's like a dog whistle almost. So
really?
You know, I didn't want to interrupt.
It's still happening?
I have to look. I'm on my phone. I was just hearing it on my phone, so I could look.
Okay. Let me know. Just text me. Thanks.
Oh, okay. All right.
Thanks. Okay, so we just have Brene at Tarth is writing in a diary. Honestly, I'm not sure what she's writing. No whistle. Okay, no whistle's good. Keep speaking. I am. There's no dialogue. There's no dialogue. It's just her writing in a book, and I can't read what she's saying. Died protecting his queen. Oh, she's writing about Jaime. She's writing about Jaime. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, so she wrote about Jaime, and she wrote that he was a great guy, and he died protecting his queen. Tyrion is now walking to a chair. Just a wooden chair. I guess, I don't know, is it the chair that the Hand of the King sits in? Yep, it is. He's sitting in this chair. I mean, where's the king gonna sit? The Iron Throne melted. Tyrion doesn't seem like he's liking this chair too much. Oh, I guess the king has his own chair to sit in. It rolls with him. They're gonna have to put ramps in, like I had to do at my house. Yes, the guy in the wheelchair is now the king.
See, I told you could run for president.
Oh, now Mom wants me to be president. Thanks. Game of Thrones. Tyrion is fixing the chairs. Oh, Tyrion, you're so helpful. You're so helpful. I guess they're going to have company? I don't know. The door opens. Oh, it's going to be a meeting. It's going to be a meeting around the table like it used to, like they used to have in the olden days. Yeah, it's the council. The King's Council is coming in. Oh, it's what's his face, the guy that was going to kill everyone. They promised a castle. Samwell brings in a book. Oh, a Song of Ice and Fire. Archmeister's history of the death of King Robert. And Samwell says he helped pick out the title. It's a giant book. And I suppose I could be in for some heavy criticism. He was kind to me. Never would have guessed. Wow. He's not kind. Oh, Samwell's not going to tell him what he says. I don't believe you're mentioned. He's saying, I don't believe you're mentioned. Okay, I pick it up because everybody else is saying it's fine. Yeah, they're saying it's not mentioned. Tyrion didn't get mentioned in the whole Book of Ice and Fire. Your Grace, Your Grace. Oh, he's got a motor? Oh no, somebody's pushing him. Somebody's pushing him. What did he send me? Okay, but most people are saying it's fine. We appear to be missing a master of whispers and a master of laws and a master of war. And they're saying suitable prospects will be brought to you in the coming weeks. And Drogon, any word? He was last spotted flying east. They're saying the farther away the better. Now, Bran is saying, perhaps I can find him. And, Sir Podrick is the one who pushes Bran around. We serve at your pleasure, King Bran the Broken, the ruler of the Six Kingdoms, the protector of the realm. Long may he reign, long may he reign. Long may he reign. That will improve, says Tyrion. Bran says, I'm sure it will, with a laugh. Huh? Oh. Sir Bronn of the Blackwater, Lord of Highgarden, Lord Paramount of the Reach, and Master of Coin. Would you say the crown's debt to you has been paid? In full, my Lord Hand. Good. Time to start incurring a new one, says Tyrion. We have hungry people to feed. We expect assistance. Lord Davos, we have an armada to rebuild. And he says, this will start as soon as the Master of Coin provides coin and title. And now they're just getting... Oh, wow, they're all just at each other's throats. And they're saying that they need clean sewers and clean water. The strong men live. Tyrion is saying, send the best builders to fix the sewers. Speaking of builders, the Master of Coin is willing to fund. Samwell says the Archmaster is less enthusiastic about the salary demands. Bronn says, well, I think we can all agree the ships take precedence over brothels. Bronn says, I think that's a very pernicious statement. Tyrion says, I once brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel. And now we're at the wall. The horn is sounding. I guess they're rebuilding it? I don't know. I don't see anybody building anything. We're at a part of the wall that didn't collapse. I guess this is Castle Black. It's Jon Snow and 2 or 3 other people moseying on up on horses. Well, Jon, are you going to see Snow? Please, please tell me Snow is behind that door. For God's sakes, tell me Snow is behind the door. It is. It is. That guy is there. The guy, yes, he didn't go back. He's still there. His friend, the wildling friend. So where's Snow? Where is Snow? Come on, Snow. You've got to be here. For the love of all that is good and right. Snow. Come on out, Snow. Jump out of somewhere. Snow, come up to Jon like a dog would. I know you're a direwolf, but we know what you're supposed to be. You're a dog. You're a dog. No, don't fade to black. Don't you fade to black! You son of a bitch! Okay, Jon's putting a sword. No, it's Arya. Arya's putting a sword in her side. She's putting needle. She's getting fitted for her expedition. She's dressing up. She's dressing like a lady. Is she about to get married? Oh no, she's unrolling all the maps. And she's got a little telescope. And she's headed out. She's going to be the next Christopher Columbus, but not head west. Yes, she's going to head west. And what do we got? We got everybody walking through hallways in this scene. And they're all walking through different hallways. Arya comes out. She's looking. We got Jon Snow. Come on, Jon. Where is Snow? Where is... Oh, got Snow. Ghost. Ghost, where is he? Or is it Snow? Where's your dog, Jon? Where's the dog? The dog, you sent the dog with your friend. Sansa's walking around Winterfell. She's basically the queen of Winterfell. Arya's on a ship because she's sailing west to discover the new world. Jon Snow, where are all those people at Castle Black? It's like Jon Snow has people to worship him. Those are children, it looked like. They didn't look like soldiers. Where is he? Where's the dog? There's children. They're children. It's all the wildling children. Women and children. Come on. Ghost! There you are, Ghost! There you are! And Jon smiles, and there's Ghost. Ghost lost an ear in the battle, but Jon is finally petting Ghost. Oh, and Ghost is licking Jon's face. Oh, good. Thank you. It still sucked, but for God, thank you. There he was. There was Snow. Thank you, Snow. Or Ghost. Whatever dog. The dog was there. Arya's on the bow of the boat. She's looking forward. She's looking west. Now Jon and his wildling friend are going to sit back and have a couple of beers. And Sansa's getting to wear a crown. She's always wanted to be a queen. Queen of the North. She's alone, but she's Queen of the North. Now, who are you going to take for a husband, Sansa? No one? That's fine. You're okay. Yep, the men are yelling, Queen of the North! 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 Wow, they're yelling it a lot. As Arya sails west again on a ship. It's where all the maps end. On to new adventures, enslaving... and they've got the Stark family shield on the sail of the ship. They're going through the wall. Wind is whistling. They're on horseback. Why are you going through the wall? Just to see what's out there? They're taking the dog with them. The dire wolf. Yeah, okay, they're leading the wildlings back through the wall. The wall which seems to have been rebuilt. There is not a hole to be found in this wall. Oh, there's grass. There's grass coming out through the snow. Winter must be over. It was a short winter after all. I hate to do this to everybody, but I gotta pause it. Here, have some fun. Sorry about that. Couldn't be helped. What do we got going on here? Jon Snow, yes, they're through the wall. They're closing the wall behind them. Like I said, the wall's completely built back up. He's looking at the wildlings go on either side of him. They're walking around him. And the Game of Thrones music is playing. Choir or vocalizing? I don't hear any vocals. It's the morning. It's the credits playing. Oh, they made it to the forest. The forest is right there. So they're all walking through the woods. The kids are so happy to be back in the north, the true north. And this is it. I think this is it. Wow, too bad I couldn't put that off another minute. They are walking there through the woods. Hundreds of them. Hundreds. Certainly enough to have killed the Unsullied had they still been south in order to fight to free Jon. And they rolling the credits. They are rolling the credits. We've got 4 minutes left. But it's very possible it's just going to be credits at this point. So let me get to the chat. Hello everyone. Welcome. Welcome all. I'm going to see there might be some scenes after the credits. We'll see if there are. Thank you so many. Thank you so many for coming. Who is king? Bran. Bran is king of the 6 kingdoms. And Sansa is queen of the north. The north seceded. The north seceded. What do we got here? We've got, wow, 1,238 people, 1,243 people. Okay, here's the review. Yeah, exactly. What the actual fuck? Exactly. How the hell does Bran become king? So for those who are just tuning in, basically Jon Snow kills Dany. He kills Dany, and then they skip ahead like 6 weeks. Okay. Oh, here we go. We got some after credit scenes. HBO presents. No, this isn't Game of Thrones. No, forget it. This is a completely different show. They're not going to put anything. They're not even going to have Dan and Dave talk about why they fucked up this episode and tell us how stupid we are. Anyway, so Jon Snow kills Daenerys. He's taken prisoner by the Unsullied. The dragon flies off with Daenerys, dead Daenerys, in his talons and his foot, and he's never seen again. Weeks go by. Grey Worm, who was killing innocent people, takes Tyrion, who was also a prisoner, up to the north in Winterfell, where all the big shots are gathered, all the lords and the lady, they're all gathered, and Tyrion says, well, they got to choose a new king. That's the new king gets to choose what happens, and they couldn't decide to who the new king could be. Not one person suggested Jon Snow. Not one person suggested Jon Snow. Not even Tyrion, who was begging Jon Snow to kill Daenerys. Who did? He killed Daenerys because Tyrion was begging him. Actually, Tyrion got him to kill Daenerys because he told him, what do you think is going to happen to your sisters? And it was only with what are you going to happen to your sisters did Jon Snow finally realize he had to kill Daenerys. He kills Daenerys and everybody says, fuck Jon. They don't give a fuck about Jon. This is it. They're all the top people. Samwell Tarly, Brene of Tarth, Arya, Sansa, some fucking Stark uncle. They're all there. They're all there. They just have to pick on a king. And he's already king of the North in a way. Who do they choose? Tyrion. Tyrion says there's only one good choice. Is it Jon? No. Tyrion says Bran. Bran the Unbreakable, or Bran the Broken. Bran the Broken. Who has a better story than Bran? He doesn't want to be king, so he's the one who should be king. And Sansa's like, but he can't have kids. And Tyrion's like, good. Then his sons will never pester us. And he says the fact that the king can't have kids, that is the wheel that Dany wanted broken. So he gets Grey Worm to reluctantly agree to make Bran king. The Unsullied sail home. Bran is king. Then they send Jon Snow in an ultimate fuck you. They send Jon Snow, the rightful heir to the throne, Jon Snow, who half the world knows about is actually Aegon Targaryen's son. They send Jon Snow back to the wall. Like I'm not even going to say, but like a terrible, terrible thing. And every one of the Starks let Jon Snow down. Arya, Sansa, the stupid uncle who couldn't even manage his sword to not knock his sword into a thing. He tried to become king. The dumb idiot. No, who was there for Jon at the end? No one. No one was there for Jon. No one was there for Jon. Jon, who almost risked his entire freaking life he did. He risked his life. He could have been killed by the Unsullied instantly when he killed Dany. Gave his life, and he was being sent back to the freaking wall. What a freaking shit show. If you haven't, the only saving grace was that he got to meet his direwolf in the north. And pet him, and the dog licked him. The dog forgave him, so I guess we're supposed to. You know, Jon, you could have had a little bit more of a backbone. Could have had a little bit more of a backbone. I don't know. No, this did not meet my expectations. They were not subverted. They were not met. They were not met. People are saying, great ending, absurd ending, we've been bamboozled, F. Stannis. Trackyard says, hey Bird, Trackyards, Captain Foley. Is that you? Captain Foley, you gotta get your wrench, Captain. I'm amazed I saw your name pass by. Welcome, if it's you, Captain Foley. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Listen, Captain Foley, I know you don't like negative, But, I don't know. As someone who's been watching Game of Thrones, up till last season, I would have called it the best show ever on television. The best show ever on television. Even through season 7. And season 7 was the weakest. It was still the best show ever on television. No more. Season 8 gutted it. It gutted it. It couldn't have been worse. I don't know how you could have gutted it more. Making Bran king? Honestly, I could have seen Sansa. I could have seen Arya even. I could have seen Tyrion, Jon Snow, the obvious answer. I could have seen Daenerys, kill Jon. I could have seen Daenerys see that he was about to kill her and kill him first. I could have seen if you would have got, who would be the least, I guess that's it. Who do you think was the least likely to have been king? I would have said Hodor. And then they said, no, who's really the least likely to be king? Out of all the characters that are still alive, I'd say, I guess Bran. Bran can't even fucking think straight. He can't look straight. He can't see. He's not even in the real world anymore. He's half a fucking tree. Bran can't possibly be the king. And it's Bran, because Bran has come back. Bran is back in the real world. I guess the Night King's dead. And Bran now is back. God. Oh my God, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. I know there's that Change.org petition. My sister and I have been arguing over it. She thinks I'm an idiot for signing it. I say, listen, I'm signing it. I know they're not going to reshoot Season 8. We all know they're not going to reshoot Season 8. But you know what? I signed anyway. Because what the hell? I want to get my name down. I want to put my name down. Says Bird of Prey, Jon is the king. That's why the Night King didn't kill Jon. Remember the episode. Jon is the Night King. That's why the Night King didn't kill Jon. How has Jon become the Night King? I don't know that. Commander DJ says, hit like and subscribe. Thank you. Yes, guys, everyone, please. I'm a relatively small YouTuber. Please, if you can, please like, subscribe if you want to. But even just hitting that like button would mean so much to me. That's it. I'm not gonna ask about the like button anymore, but I had to throw it in. 2,100 people here. I don't know why, but we need some group therapy. My sister asked me, could I create a website in 15 minutes to offer group therapy? She was going to charge a few bucks for group therapy after this Game of Thrones episode. And unfortunately, I had to get ready for the stream. Had she asked me a day ago, I could have done it. We could have had Game of Thrones, GoT, grouptherapy.com or something. We could have been having group therapy. Oh, John Araki's putting in birdofprey5.com. Thank you, John Araki. That is the website for all things Bird of Prey. Jon is the king beyond the wall. I hope so. But he's not real. I don't think he will be. I don't think he will be beyond the wall. The king beyond the wall, because he's technically supposed to be at the wall. Then the wall is down. The wall is down. Why don't we see? Who rebuilt the wall? Who rebuilt the wall? HBO sucks. Not my king. So disappointed. Hashtag not my king. Best season ever. Is that a joke? Is that a joke of Avenji? If it isn't, if you really think this was the best season ever, man, good for you. Good for you. Oh, thank you all to everyone who just subscribed. I really appreciate it. So now the throne is a freaking wheelchair. El Zorro. Yes, El Zorro. The king comes with his own chair. That's quite the savings. Quite the savings. Why would the dragon melt the Iron Throne? That doesn't even make any sense. Ergon Samus says Game of Thrones 8.1. Arya will discover America. Yes, she will. She's gonna go west and discover America. Michael Henry says Bird of Prey 5. My name is Michael and I'm a fandom addict. It's okay, Michael. Share your story with the group. Share your story with the group. Joe Smith says so stupid and garbage. Yes, Joe Smith. Good name, man. Good name, Joe. Are you kidding me? The dragon was mad, dude. Yeah, but why does the dragon get mad at the throne? What the hell does the dragon know about a throne? Why didn't he burn Jon, or at least try to burn Jon? Okay, if the dragon burned Jon, then I would have understood. But the dragon burned a chair. It's like if somebody has a giant dog, let's say somebody has a giant freaking pit bull, okay, a mean pit bull that's loyal as F to this owner, and I kill that owner, and the dog is looking at me. Now, if the dog attacks me, I get it. If the dog takes the owner's body away and drags it off to give it some type of proper burial, whatever dog burial thinks, I get it. If the dog attacks a tree that's standing next to me because I killed its owner, that's a fucked up dog. That is an effed up dog. Yes, redo. They're not going to redo it, but they should. They should now kill the Targaryen lineage is gone. Now the Targaryen lineage is gone. Well, you know, as Sam said, it's a funny thing about the Night's Watch. Well, yeah, it does. It says, you shall not marry and you shall father no children, but it doesn't technically say you can't have sex. George Fortina says the cripple is king and this is your problem. Actually, I'm okay with Bran being... Oh, let's put it this way. I'd be okay with any other cripple being king, being I myself am in a wheelchair. Not at this moment, I'm in a hospital bed, but generally, I'd be in a wheelchair. So I'm all fine with that, you know. But Bran isn't just your everyday wheelchair person. Bran is effed up in the head, okay? He's half Children of the Forest or something. He's not quite human. And I don't think somebody as out of touch with the world as Bran will make a good king. The throne has AIDS. Oh boy. Only cuckold whites like this. Oh my god. I should have read that out loud first. Should have read that first. Ace Carter says, what a severe disappointment in the end. Argon should have ruled. Ergon should have ruled. Yes. Yes. Bran turns into Professor X and becomes Jean Grey. Says 4 touchdowns, 1 game. Yeah, Al Bundy reference. 4 touchdowns in a single game. Those barcode boys, my cousin. By the way, people, check out those barcode boys, their YouTube channel. They do really cool gaming stuff. Check out Rambling Canuck. Check out DJ Odyssey. Check out Vile Mike. Yes, Rambling Canuck, he's just getting started. Check out Rambling Canuck's channel. Check out John Street says Karoga is the 6 kingdoms 1,000 years in the future. Yes. Yes, Karoga. Karoga is, for those who don't know, Karoga is my fictional nation in the game nationstates.net. It's a free online browser game, but that's why we talk about Karoga that much. Maybe there's another episode next week. Jose, I've heard rumors. I have heard rumors that there is a secret 7th episode next week. I've honestly heard that rumor. And you know what? I am going to be ready to go live just in case. I think it's a 1% chance. But even if it's a 1% chance, I think I still need to be ready just in case. Just in case there's a secret 7th episode, same time next week, I'll be here. I'll be here. It would be the biggest stunt pulled in the history of television. But I have to say, after this episode, what could the 7th episode really give us? The only thing it could be is that this episode was the fake ending. And the 7th episode is the real ending. I did think it was funny what they did, where the Maester brought out the Song of Ice and Fire, which is, of course, the name of the real book that Game of Thrones is based on, and then to find out Tyrion isn't even mentioned in the book. That's funny. Yeah, terrible writing. The next episode will be another ending where Jon Snow wouldn't kill her. Well, who died? Daenerys. Daenerys died. That's Daenerys and a lot of innocent people who the Unsullied had killed under Daenerys's command. Allie Cannon says, I'm so sad the ending could have been way better. Oh, it could have been much better. Any ending couldn't have been better. Gizmo Ramirez says, all hail Bran the Broken. You know, Bran the Broken does have a nice ring to it. I'm not saying... What?
838.
That's it? That's cool. Michael Henry says, hit the like, subscribe button, guys. Support Bird of Prey 5. Thank you so much. Season 8 was full of shit, says AJ Videos. Sansa should die, says Judy O'Hiv. El Zorro says, Dany's death was so boring. Sammy Eka says, Arya the Explorer. Yeah, I'm good with Arya becoming an explorer. I would have been happier had she settled down and become the lady of the house that Gendry wanted. But, if she's going to explore, that's fine. Is that going to be a spin-off? The Adventures of Arya Stark? I might watch that. Forge Spirit says, Bird of Prey, didn't you read the books? Nope. Dragon understands English, Dracarius, but chooses not to speak. He burned the throne because he thinks it's a bad chair for sitting. Oh, you know what? That could be. That could be. Pet Ghost, yes. Dragon takes Dany north. Jon finds her buried in the ice, and they live happily ever after. I don't think that's true, Sarah. I don't think. Jared Walsh says 9 years for that. Indeed. Indeed. The Big Apple NYC, Dany's death was mad boring. I didn't even see Jon do it. Says Honeybee, it will be a bad dream. Episode 7 next week. Honeybee, I hope so. I'm going to be holding out hope. Maybe a month from now they're going to bring out the secret episode 7, right? I don't know. Dimmer that says almost as disappointing as the end of Sopranos. Dimmer, I was disappointed at the time Sopranos ended, but in hindsight, the ending grew on me. This ending is not going to grow on me, okay? This ending, there's no way this ending, I'm going to come back in a year or a month or 10 years and say, you know what, this was actually a pretty good ending. Okay? What disrespect for the characters were here. Secret episode equal denial. You know what? Put me in denial, okay? I'm like the guy who wants to win the lottery, and until I actually see that I didn't win the $500 million lottery, I'm still thinking, yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance I won. I've seen better endings on Seinfeld. Who said that? Oh, it scrolled past. I can't see it. Slammer Jack said it. I've seen better endings on Seinfeld. I have too. Fake news, says Nigel Moss. Well, I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying the seventh episode is a rumor, and it's a very unlikely rumor at that. Some people are saying excellent ending. Good. You know what? If you honestly like this ending, I'm happy for you. I think most people did not, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we will see how it comes. I gotta say, most people in the stream say they didn't like it. But if you did, good for you. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. Nobody. I'm good. Dio Falker says, calm down though. Gladly this is not Cano. At least now Grimm knows what not to do with his book. Yes. George R.R. Martin knows not to do with his book. Says nobody rebuilt the wall, but it was rebuilt. Complete shit. Better be a prank ending, says Jack Chain. Big Apple says no 7th episode, people. That is all. Yeah, I don't think there is, but Dio Falker says Bill Cosby coming in episode 7 to rectify things up. RM Flyer says people get a life. Why are you here? Why are you here? Says CBNINHB says okay ending, but wanted more from Jon. I certainly did. Fofi Fernandez says it's not an excellent ending, but it's better than Dexter. Ooh, I don't know. I did not like Dexter's ending, but I didn't hate Dexter's ending. Although I didn't like it. This one I really didn't like. Jovel said Jargul says, how did you want it to end? Well, Jargul, like glad you asked. Honestly, I would have had changed this entire season. I would have had the Night King walk right past Winterfell. I would have had everyone at Winterfell get their swords out. They all get ready. They think the big battle's about to come, and like the dead are walking through, and some people start fighting, and the dead just ignore them. And they realize the dead are walking past the city. So they all stop and come back into Winterfell. The dead don't give an F about Winterfell. They march right on down to King's Landing. Cersei and her Golden Company and the Iron Fleet, they have to fight the dead. And they take tremendous losses. And Cersei, either she dies there, realizing she effed up, or she barely survives. And then the people come down from the north to bail out King's Landing at the 11th hour. The Daenerys, the Northerners, they come down, they come up from behind, and Daenerys comes with the dragons, and she takes out the army, and then they kill. If Arya has to kill the Night King, that's fine. I'd prefer Jon Snow have done it. But whoever, somebody kills the Night King, and now you've got King's Landing's armies almost completely destroyed. Daenerys and the Northerners at, 3/4 of strength or half strength. And they know, King's Landing knows they owe their lives. They saw death. And every one of them knows they owe their lives to Daenerys and the North. And then the last episodes is political back and forth with some assassinations attempted between Cersei and Daenerys. Daenerys never turns crazy. And we have a good Daenerys. And we have a good Jon Snow, and we know an evil Cersei, and Arya kills Cersei. Okay, Daenerys is talking peace with Cersei. Daenerys tries to figure out a peace, and while they're trying to figure out a peace, Arya comes, puts on the face of Jaime. Arya kills Jaime Lannister just to take his face. She walks in looking as Jaime to Cersei. They kiss, and then Jaime stabs Arya. Jaime stabs Cersei, and Arya takes off the face and says, "Greetings from the Starks," or Ned Stark sends his greetings, something like that. And so Cersei dies, and now we have Daenerys, who hasn't gone mad. But we have Jon Snow, and the people know now, it got out, the secret has got out that Jon Snow has the better claim to the throne. And now we have to have Jon Snow and Daenerys fight it out. Even though Jon Snow is saying he doesn't want to fight, he's going to bend the knee, the population, the people, Samwell, Sansa, Arya, the entire North is saying they're not going to follow Daenerys, that there's going to be a war with or without him. So either he can lead them to peace, or he can go F off and they're just going to fight for their independence. So Jon Snow reluctantly has to become King of the North again. And Daenerys, even though they kind of love each other, Daenerys won't back down. Jon Snow, he can't back down because she'll kill his family if he does, because they're traitors. And they have to literally fight it out. And I don't know who wins. I don't know if it's Dany. I don't know if it's Jon. I don't know if they both die. I think maybe they both die. And then we're left with Sansa, Tyrion, and the rest. The Unsullied are dead. The Dothraki are dead. And I don't know. Maybe Sansa becomes queen. I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed Sansa became queen, but if I needed to do an ending with a twist, both Dany and Jon Snow die trying to kill each other. They die in each other's hands. Like they both do the same trick at the same time. And it's like, double kill. And, Sansa is left to pick up the pieces. That would be how I would have ended it. And you could say that sucks, and maybe it does. But I would have said it's a lot better than what we saw here. Or I would have even, I would have put Samwell as Hand of the King. Sansa would tell Samwell, Jon Snow, you were Jon's best friend. He had the biggest, most respect for you. And since Jon can't be here, I want you to be, you're the next best thing. So please, I want you to be Hand of the King, Hand of the Queen. So Samwell Tarly is Hand of the Queen, and Sansa is Queen. Sansa, what Sansa always wanted. Thank you, Joven. I appreciate it, giving me a chance. Jay says, too predictable. Glad you aren't the writer. Horseshit. Fan garbage. F Danny. Well, can't please everyone. Probably wrong, says HBO has nothing but havocs. Candy's channel says the ending was atrocious. Dr. Bot says, shut up, dude, you sucks. Well, then why are you here, Dr. Bot? 4 touchdowns, 1 game, says George R.R. Martin's rolling in his grave and he's not even dead. Thank you, Leet Gaming. Thank you, Leet Gaming, for subscribing. Jessica Baca says, yes, King Hot Pie would have been a twist. Ethan Moron says, when does it end? Well, it's over. It's over. I mean, you guys can leave if you want. It is over. You rule, Gordo. Who's Gordo? I don't know. I missed. George R.R. Martin must have been horrified. Thank you, Zania79, for subscribing. And a bunch of others did. I couldn't read it. Jon Snow for king. Well, not anymore. Although he's still alive, so maybe. Zach Johnson says, my left nut can write scripts better. Big Apple says, time to release them, RR. The German says, your left nut never dropped. Well, it's there. I can prove it. Robert Block says, hey, John, go kill the queen so I can be the hand to the next king. Exactly. And do you think they're going to say Tyrion was planning this all along? The F he was. Once Jon killed her, I think Tyrion was like, how can I make this the best situation? Tyrion wasn't planning this before. Jon Snow, a new pancake? And what happened to Arya's horse? The horse she got last time. Gone. It should have been a unicorn. I said it last week. They should have put a horn on the thing. It should have been a unicorn. Because as quickly as it came, it vanished. Sebastian Grundy says, why, John? Why? Michael Henry says, support the channel. Hit like and subscribe button, you guys. Ryan B, who is Arya? I'm sorry, Arya. I pronounce names like that. Jose Rodriguez says, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yes. Where's Arya? Arya has taken off in a ship going west. She says all the maps end. What's west of Westeros? Nobody knows. So she's headed west. She's an explorer. Thank you, Salvador Gutierrez, for subscribing. Arya, whatever. Worst season ever, says Megan Bullock. Worst season ever, indeed. The dragon should have come back to Jon. Kronos, yes. Kronos, Mabel, I agree. The dragon should come back to Jon, although the dragons don't like the North, so I don't know. Gerald Walsh, thank you so much, Gerald Walsh, for subscribing. Kasava Kalpana says, sign the petition, indeed. Salvador Gutless says 5 spin-offs at least. Let me get the URL for that petition up. Let me get the URL for that petition. What is it up to? 1,116,252 have signed. That is the URL for the petition for HBO to reshoot Season 8. Now we all know they're not going to do it. We all know they're not going to do it. It's not about actually reshooting. But it's just to voice our disgust. Rajjan says he signed a petition and is an Arya spin-off coming soon. I don't know. Let's be honest. I might watch it because, let's see. If I keep HBO, I'll watch it. Now that Veep is over, Silicon Valley is the last reason. I'm assuming Silicon Valley is even coming back. I should probably check on that. Grey Worm should have killed everyone, or Grey Worm should have just been killed. Okay? The North should have said, oh, hi, Grey Worm, welcome to the North. Stabbed him. Like, yeah, we never liked you. You were right. You were right not to like us. Tom K. Williams says, Arya is looking more like Ed every day. Dark Knight says, everyone thinks their character should be king. Silly. Well, I don't, because Jon Snow was my guy, and people just asked me how I thought it was ended, and I ended up killing my guy. I didn't think about that ending. I was just #stay sassy. It was just the ending I came up with off the cuff, and even in that ending, Jon Snow died. The German says, what should I watch now? I'm lost without Game of Thrones. The German, I don't know if you're into sci-fi at all, but if you are, if you've got Hulu, The Orville, check out reruns of The Orville if you haven't seen it yet. There's been 2 seasons of The Orville. If you got Amazon Prime, check out The Expanse. There's 3 seasons of The Expanse with the 4th season coming out perhaps any month now. What else is there? If you're into comedies, my favorite comedy on network television right now is Superstore on NBC. Yeah, it's actually pretty good, although the season finale just happened. But you can, there's a couple of seasons of that you can watch. It's kind of like The Office, but in retail. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Anything like Game of Thrones? Honestly, I don't know of anything like Game of Thrones on TV right now. Chris Heckwork says 1.5 mil. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a show? Oh, Lucid AD says watch 911. Don't worry, there's Watchmen soon, says Julie Gunad. Jen R says when Tyrion uncovered his siblings, you have to turn the volume up loud, but you can hear Cersei let out one last queef. That smells like Jamie. Oof. Oof. Nagato says Bran ending. And Clarence O'Hara says, I think I'll retire to the Night's Watch. Resk IV says Viking Season 6. Nancy Lynn died defending his queen. Yes. Very nice of Brene of Tarth, or Sir Brene of Tarth, to write that. The Iron Man part that died sucks, said Reinder. So disappointed, says Andrew Mary. F the ending, says Rosie Davis. Chris Hectic says The Last Kingdom. Hard Arv says, I think the ending was open-ended. What was open-ended in that the Unsullied left and Jon Snow still alive? So potentially, things could change. But, I gotta say, a lot more people survived to the end than I ever thought they would. A lot more people survived. Ghost should never forgive Jon for not saying goodbye, says Master Benny Lopan. Well, that's the thing about dogs, Master. They love you, even if you're not the nicest to them, even if you yell at them, even if you leave without saying goodbye. When you come home, or they see you again later, the dog loves you, because the dog loves you unconditionally. And I know it's a dire wolf, but it's a dog. It is a dog, and the dog was just happy to see Jon. Now the dragon, I think the dragon holds grudges. Sabu Garcia says, the leak I read did. I saw the leaks. I didn't read them. I was so tempted. So did this Samuel Tarly, the first president of Westeros. I was half thinking they were going to go for it, but then everybody laughed him off. Even Sansa. Dilo Fokker says, bitch, please, this is the Disney rules. Anything resides my kitchen. Get them. Okay. Nagato says, stepsister greater than Jon Snow. Jeanette Cintron says, why does Sansa get the last scene? Well, she's the Queen of the North. And this started off in Winterfell, right? I mean, it is this series was really about the Starks more than anything. Nighttime 360 says, no matter what, people would be angry. Yes, but less people would be angry. Roger Sanchez says, 2 cripples in charge. What a joke. Mr. Vigret says, Bran won't walk again, but he will fly. Well, Jon Snow flied on a dragon. That was actually real flying. Although, I guess Bran can just... it's kind of weird. Would you want a king who could turn into or take control of anyone in the kingdom? I mean, that would be some pretty effed up stuff. Like, you never know if your king is watching, right? Like, you're at the pub. You're talking about, I don't know, about this new king, this Bran the Broken, and you see some guy across the bar, and he's staring at you with white eyes, and you're like, oh shit, is that Bran? Is that King Bran? Is he listening in on us? And then you're at a brothel, and there's a woman, and yeah, she's into it, and then her eyes go white, and now you're like, oh shit. Did Bran just take over this woman? And you lose it. Like, I can't do it. I lost the mood. And then her eyes come back. She's like, why? What's the matter? And he's like, I can't do it. She's like, well, you still owe me. Yeah, I don't know if I want Bran as king. Bran as king. Bran became king because he was pushed out a window as a kid. Well, it's kind of true. Talk about the dragon. Well, the dragon acted much like an animal, like a pet. Okay, the dragon got pissed. Dany flew in on the dragon. The dragon opened its wings right behind Dany. So for a second, it looked like Dany herself sprouted dragon wings, even though we knew she didn't. The dragon was flying around. Then when Jon killed Dany, the dragon was pissed off. The dragon was looking at Jon, but it knew it couldn't hurt Jon for some reason. So then the dragon took its rage out on the Iron Throne, literally melting the Iron Throne off and away, melting it down. And then it picked up Dany with its foot, its claw, and it flew away. And later in the episode, we saw that the dragon was last seen headed east or something. And somebody said the further away, the better. And Bran said, I'll see if I can track it down. So it looks like the dragons are gone. The dragons probably aren't coming back. And that was it. That was really the end. That was the end of the dragons. It's a Disney smile ending. Fofi Fernandez is force field. Well, Jon is a Targaryen. And Fokker says Bran needs to be tossed out a window. Nazi style? I don't know. Worst episode ever. Cheated, Kegel the Destroyer. Sabu Garcia says that's why dragons did not kill him. Yes, he's a Targaryen. I know that's why, but I said he could have tried, but still, if he's gonna take orders from Jon, he should have come back. Bran could have avoided all of this, the killings in King's Landing. He could have just stopped Dany and the dragon. He just sat in his wheelchair watching the death and destruction, yet ironically he ends up being king. Well, at the end he says, why do you think I came all this way back? So Bran knew he was going to be king. So Bran kind of knew it. Letty Gaming says Bran knew this was going to happen, yet he did nothing. And Dio Fokker says, oh, F. No, now they're reprising it again. No. They're replaying the episode? It's possible. Ned Stark is rolling in his grave. Well, what's left of him is. Eric Meadows says, no, Grey Worm lets this all go when Dany expressed exactly what they were to do next. Yeah, do you think Grey Worm is going to free the people of the rest of the world? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Brene is pregnant. I didn't get that. I did not get that. She could be, but I don't know. If she is, I didn't miss it. If you yelled die, Arya real loud. Grey Worm, Snow fight. We should have been. There should have been. There wasn't. Guys and girls, women and men, and non-conforming genders, thank you all for coming to the stream. I thank you all for watching, for listening. Please, if you enjoy this, I'm going to do this with some other shows. Probably Twilight Zone, maybe Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, maybe some other shows. Leave a comment after the video ends. What shows would you like me to do live reviews on, if any? Or if you want me to just sign off YouTube forever, that's fine too. Please leave a like if you can. If you don't like it and leave a thumbs down, that's fine too. I just ask, leave me a comment. Tell me what I did wrong, what I could improve. I wish you all a very good night. Obviously, people are going to be talking about this for weeks and weeks, if not months and years to come. Commander DJ says, thank you, Mama Pray. Guys, check out Commander DJ Odyssey's page.
Thank you.
Yes, Commander DJ, John Araki, and all my wrenches. You guys did a great job tonight. I thank you guys so much. Many of you don't even watch Game of Thrones, but you came here tonight just to help me out. John Araki has been pasting my website address all night long. John Araki, I've seen it. Thomas Potts' live review SpongeBob episodes. I don't think so, Thomas. I don't think so. John DeMarcos' great stream, Brother Pray. Thanks for all the likes and the subs. Thank you guys all. Yes, all my wrenches. Thank you guys all so very much. Twin Peaks had a better ending, says Seamer Singh. Tiki of Doom says Qapla, Qapla, Tiki, Qapla. And Qapla to you all. It means success. Josh Reed says, Bird, what happened to the 1.9K watching? Well, most of them probably moved on to other streams. If you're still pissed about Game of Thrones, you still want to discuss Game of Thrones, go to Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic is streaming about it right now. And he's probably got 20,000 people there. So, yeah. I've got to call it a night. I've got to call it a night. Thank you. This is one for the history books. This is one for the history books. Nuke this effing season. You got it, Dio. You got it. Commander DJ says Neurotic and Doomcock are together. Yes. Yes, Doomcock is in. I'm going to listen to that probably tomorrow because, if I thought I got upset, I'm sure they're pretty bad. Josh Reed says, Bird, I went to CK2 Game of Thrones mod. Very cool. Very cool. Dio says, hey, Fs, listen, we for Golden Compass now. Cancel the prequel, says Mike. Stone Fiber, I'm so pissed with this last season. Many of us are. Many of us are. Many of us are. Hey, let me get up Nerdrotic's channel or Nerdrotic stream. I'll post in the link so you guys have a place to go. Thank you guys all. We got 862 subscribers, almost 100 new subscribers during the course of this stream. You don't know how much it means to me. As a YouTuber, I can't do mobile streaming until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I will so much appreciate it. Because it looks like it'll only be maybe a week or two before I hit that goal at this point. And that's going to mean so much to me because I can't wait till I can stream outside. It'll be a big deal. It'll be a big deal. Nerdrotic. Here we go. And let's see. Here's the URL. Share. Copy. And where are we? First reaction review. Here we go. There's the Nerdrotic stream, unless somebody else already posted it. If you need to keep the group therapy going, head on over to Nerdrotic and Doomcock. They're going to be talking about this for hours, I'm sure. And I've got to call it a night. Rambling Canuck says, awesome job, Bird. Have a great night. JP Charles says, please give me the link torrent. JP Charles, I don't know if somebody else has it. I do not because I've got HBO. But Julio HV says, worst episode. Stream a discussion of Deep Space Nine. Mike, I certainly will. I love Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was my favorite of the Star Treks. I saw the Deep Space Nine documentary that came out, and I'm gonna do. I told my regulars earlier in an earlier stream that I'm gonna do Deep Space Nine live reviews. Certainly, I'm gonna do that. I can't wait. Can't wait. And for everybody else, hey, if you're still here, if you're at all interested, check out my channel. Almost every day I stream. We try to have a good time, a fun stream. Usually I switch back and forth between streaming a game called City Skylines. It's basically SimCity, where I work on building a city and people watch, and I try to read every single comment. And every other day I also do a bed live stream because, as you may or may not know, I'm actually living out of a hospital bed. I've been sick for 10 years. I went into the hospital in May 2009, and I never walked again. I live out of a hospital bed in my living room these days, and I've got a power chair when I need to get outside and that stuff. So my bed live stream is a little bit of perspective. I had a very, very cool life before I got sick. I worked for a billionaire. A lot of good stories to tell. I talk about, I mean, lots of good stuff. Met a lot of celebrities, and yeah, a lot of good stuff to tell. Got a lot of good stories, a lot of good memories, good friends. That's what this channel's about. So again, and Thomas Bot says, Bird of Prey, check Discord after the stream. I will, Thomas, I will. And you guys, birdofprey5.com. It has a link to my Discord. It has a link to my web forum. It has a link to if you wanted to donate. It's got links to everything. birdofprey5.com. If you need anything, check it out. Good night, Qapla, and check out Nerdrotic if you still want to talk about Game of Thrones. And Trek Yards, Captain Foley, are you still here? I can't imagine you're still up. You're probably doing. No, it doesn't look like Trek Yards is still here. Yeah, it was so great to see Trek Yards here. I'm sorry I didn't get to see more of what he said. Okay, guys, good night. And wow, what can we say? Wow, what can we say? Oh. Huh? Hi, Bird of Prey. I will sub. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Track Yards is here. Is he? Captain Foley, are you still here? It's not coming up for me. If you guys see Trek Yards and you are not, if you are any type of Star Trek fan, I will assume you're already a subscriber to Trek Yards. In the off chance you are not, and you are a Star Trek fan or a sci-fi fan, absolutely you've got to subscribe to Trek Yards. And absolutely, you've got to subscribe to the Anti-Tracker. The Anti-Tracker. And that URL will be on birdofprey5.com as well. Antitracker.com. You can find out. He does even better streams than I do. So, yeah. Okay, guys. Now I'm really doing it. Good night, all. Thank you guys so much. And Qapla. Assuming. Why? Of course it should work. There we go. Ah, crap. Forgot to turn the sound on. Okay, hold on. Here's DJ Odyssey, by the way. Oh. Well, no, that's not DJ. Okay, here's the credits again. Nope, nothing's working. There's the change.org petition. And let's try the ending again. And thank you, Mags, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Qapla! Will it work? There it goes. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out birdofprey5.com, the new home of everything Bird of Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at GoT.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BertoPray5 or on BertoPray5.com. Take care.